What's happening, everybody in YouTube land? This is Hagar, and I'm going to tell you how I got my first developer job. Yeah, I got it. I got the job. Woo! Very exciting. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened and the process that happened. So, first of all, like step one, like you got to have good personality and soft skills. You got to learn how to talk to people. Like, don't be stoic and rigid and just try to be Mr. Professional. It's very tempting to do that, but just talk to me like I'm talking to the camera. You just make jokes and you say woohoo and smile and have fun and uh, nerves is very hard to overcome, but you just go in and just have fun, be yourself. Two, you got to have a good resume and a good cover letter. Okay, so like this is my resume right here. Help coworkers eliminate computer problems, minimal downtime, leave a smile on their face. I guess my resume is a little bit different than the standard one. Make coworkers' jobs easier to the best of my ability. Perform on-site stuff. Was the only line of support. Uh, just have your personality show through your resume as much as possible. This is the cover letter, similar cover letter that I used when I applied for this job. And it went blah 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 blah. You can pause it and read the rest if you really want to. This is the sentence that got me the job that I will reference later. It says, "I'm searching for the company that care. I'm searching for the company that cares about me as much as I care about the job." Like that is huge because I got sick of working for people that screwed over their employees and cared about money and pleasing the customer more than the employee, and it sucked. And I put that in there, and it was key to getting me the job. So the resume and the cover letter have to be on point because that is probably the only time that you, the applicant, are going to be communicating directly with the employer. They sift through a lot of resumes and cover letters, and most of them get put in the trash. And so you got to make those shine. That's like the step one of the application process. Yeah, if you don't pass that, you're gone. You gone. Move on to the next one. So when I had that, go on YouTube, search for Jake Tran, and he has a whole bunch of videos on how to apply, how to do resumes, a lot of developer stuff, and how to apply for jobs, what your resume is supposed to look like. He has a resume bundle. It's like $8, $9, $10, something very cheap, and it's in there. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff that you never thought to do before, and make your resume really stand out as opposed to like the plain black and white one that I have. And surprisingly, it worked after seeing all of his, and I was just like, keep pushing mine. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. And I don't know, surprisingly, it worked. So look up Jake Tran, he'll help you out. Next, I, of course, scoured the job boards for a month or two or more. Glassdoor, Indeed, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, Monster, Dice, all of them. The ones I really hammered were Glassdoor, LinkedIn, like Indeed. I don't remember which one actually got mine. I think I want to say it was an Indeed ad. I don't know, but hit them up every day, every other day. Hit up the sites, man. You got to do it. You got to hard. If you really want the job, you got to look. You got to look hard. It's gonna be tough, and you got to put in the work if you want the new gig, man. So, I applied for the job. Easy. Click, click, click. Type, type, type. Done. I got a phone call from the recruiter, and and he called me because of that one sentence I showed you. I'm looking for a company that cares about me as much as I care about the job, and yeah, that's the one. That's the only reason that he called me is because he saw that sentence in my cover letter, and we talked for a little while. I was talking to him just like I'm talking to you now. You just be cool, man. Just tell some jokes and uh, just be yourself, basically. It's like the recruiter is your friend. He's on your side. He he gets money when you get the job, so he's gonna help you out as much as possible. If you want to do like a Skype or if you want to meet him in person, you don't got to dress up in like a suit and tie when you go to the interview. Always suit up for the actual interview. For the recruiter, it's just he's just your he he's I don't know, he's your go-to guy. He's he's your best friend in all things concerning this job. He's your guide, your mentor. There you go. There's a better word for it. So I talked to him. Let my personality shine through. I was like, yo, I want to change because I've been doing tech support for like a really long time and it's monotonous and boring. And I'm looking for something new, something that I could do creatively, something that I could put an idea in my head, get it on to the screen, and then share it out and make programs and make some really awesome stuff that's never been done before and kick some ass, take names, and get a new job and make a lot of money. Um, we didn't really talk about money. Like, don't like say, hey, I want to get into development because I want to make a crap load of money because no one's gonna hire you. If that's what you're doing it for, like only hey, developers make a crap load of money. I don't care what it does. I want to make a crap load of money. They're probably not gonna pick you because you're just out there for a paycheck. Show your passion for tech and how much you like to create stuff, and people will take that to heart. So the recruiter set up an interview. I did it in person, and I was myself. TLDR. Be yourself. Have a good personality, and you'll get the job. That's what this particular job was looking for. It was an entry level position, ground floor, bottom rung of the ladder, and I knew that going in, and that's what I was looking for, aiming for, and more personality over like coding experience. Okay, so this is the listing. Blah 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 blah. You can pause to read the whole thing if you really want to. If you want to grow and have an outgoing personality who love programming but not sure how to get into the field, this may be the perfect position for you. Hey, that's me. I want to grow. I have an outgoing personality. I don't know how to do this. Let's apply. So that was the job description. And I got the interview. The recruiter set up the interview. And he prepped me a lot. Like a lot. Told me have an elevator speech. And if you don't know what an elevator speech is, it's like if you're in an office building and you're taking the elevator and all of a sudden like the dude that you've always wanted to work for happens to get in on the elevator like next to you and it's just you and him and it's just like you got to have the elevator speech down pat and you're just like you only have like 15 seconds. It's just like holy crap, I'm never going to ever see this guy, get alone time with this guy ever again. I got to make my impression. I got to do it right now. So you can use your elevator speech when they say, tell me a little bit about yourself. And every interview that I've ever been on, they always say, tell me a little bit about yourself. I was like, I could do that. I'm me. I know about myself. So my elevator speech is this. I have a heavy support background, but I'm pursuing a development role, and I'm looking for my big break. I've studied C Sharp, ASP.NET, MVC, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, a little bit of Bootstrap, Python, and SQL. I would enjoy diving deeper into these languages, but it'd be really cool to learn other languages and frameworks like jQuery, React, Node, Java. What interests me most about this position is not just the chance to show you what I've learned, but the opportunity to learn more. And if you tell me to learn something, I'm going to learn it because you're depending on me, and I don't like to let people down. So that was my elevator speech when they say, tell me a little bit about yourself. And you got to be ready to do that. And you got to hit it hard and you got to knock them dead with that elevator speech. It's like, tell them who you are, Tell them what you know, and tell them where you want to go and why. Uh, yeah, rewind that back, hit those four things, and knock them dead. You leave like a huge, like good first impression because it's gonna be one of the first things they ask, like right when the interview starts. So for me, during the interview, I was myself, and I wanted to be like professional. Like you want to be professional, but like not too professional. Not just like, oh yes, hello, my name is Hagar, and I know a lot of code, and I will be a hard worker. Do a little bit of that, but mostly you. Like don't tell like racist jokes or fart jokes. Like don't be inappropriate. Just just be friendly, but not like friendly to the point of inappropriate, because that would be bad. Be yourself, and because that's really what nailed it for me. If I haven't said that enough already, so I got through that interview, and I was really enthusiastic and was really excited about the position. And the guy, I just let that shine through, could let the guy know that I really wanted the job, and I was really excited about it. He's asked some questions. He asked me, imagine like a paperclip and everything you could do with a paperclip. That's what he said. You have 30 seconds. Name everything that you can do with a paperclip. So I got through that one and was really excited to just at the prospect of having this job. That went on to a second interview, and by this point, I had already beaten out several others. And even with my recruiter, like I was the only guy that my recruiter put up for this job. I know he had talked to four or five other people, and he passed on those. And I know the company had talked to several others. And by the time I got the second interview, it was like down to me and like two other guys. And again, the recruiter said, Andy, be yourself. I like you. You have a good personality. Go in there, be yourself, just like last time. I was like, all right, cool. So this time it was two back-to-back 30-minute phone calls. First one was with two guys, and the second one was with one other guy, the boss. So this was more of a technical interview. First one was like a personality test to see how I would fit. Second one was like a tech interview. And it was like an entry-level position, so the questions weren't too terribly difficult. But again, I didn't know all the questions, and I was honest when I say, hey, I don't know that, or I used to know that, but I forgot, and they were cool with it. One of them asked in JavaScript the difference between a double equal and a triple equal, and they said, what is MVC, like model view controllers, like explain that whole concept. And I went through and explained that because I did a website up there on that. It's live. I don't know if I'm going to renew it, but it's live now, and I will put a link down to there. It's very basic. It's like a place you go for tech support. You create a tech support request, and then the technicians can talk to you, communicate. You put in replies, and you reply back and forth. Yeah. And if you want to see it, it's very basic, and I'll put the link down below. In the second part of the second interview, this guy went a little higher, high level than that. We talked about how we would create an app, like how to create an Alexa app. So we said, like, how would we do, like, Alexa, Page, I don't know, Microsoft support. I forget what the actual thing was, but... And I went through, and all right, we'd have to do Page. And so we'd have to tie, like, the word Page in with, like, an email or a text engine. And then Microsoft Tech Support would be the recipients of said emails and tech support or text messages. Again, I was myself and didn't try to put up a front and just let my personality shine through again. And just like the other two, it was It went pretty good, I guess you could say, because obviously I got the job. So yeah, it went pretty good. And then I had to wait a while, like a really long while. Well, not a long while, but like a couple weeks before I actually got the good news. Woohoo! And yeah, and today is Friday, and I'm starting on Monday. That's pretty much it. Yeah, and I hope this helps. I know I've seen a lot of other videos about people trying to help out other coders trying to break into the development game, and I just want to do my part and see. Let me know if you guys this helped, you saw it, and you did something in the video, or you didn't do something in the video. Let me know if you guys how you guys are getting along in your search for your tech job. So I'm Hagar. I'll catch you next time.